Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making something freaking cool. It's honestly one of the coolest recipes I think I've ever had. Like it's delicious. It is, as you will probably have seen from the title of this video, it's our Christmas Rocky Road. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the one and only Biscoff. Biscoff is probably one of the most popular trending products that has been on the market for, I'd say, at least 10 years now. It has finally made its way to America, Australia and New Zealand. So we have got our hands on some delightful Biscoff Spread. I became obsessed with this when I was in the UK, and I genuinely would eat this by the spoon out of the jar. Not advising anyone do this because this is not good for your waist, but it is bloody delicious. So I have incorporated this delicious spread into our Christmassy Rocky Road, okay? So this recipe is really easy. Basically, all you have to do is bang everything in the microwave and then mix it all together. But you do have to have everything prepped, measured, and ready to go for, you know, the right old mix up. So first of all, we've got our delicious biscuits. Now we've got 60 grams of Biscoff biscuits, the Lotus ones. We've also got 60 grams of plain milk arrowroot biscuits. If you're in the UK, these are also called rich tea biscuits. Just your basic milk biscuits is really what you want. So we want 60 grams of them, and then we want 60 grams of Gingernuts. Now this is gonna add in that Christmassy vibe that we're all waiting for. Then to that, we also have, so you've got your biscuits, then you've got 100 grams of marshmallows. So these are just white generic marshmallows. Then I have 150 grams of Biscoff Spread. I also have 50 grams of butter that I'm going to melt in the microwave. And I have 270 grams of white chocolate. And to top all of that off, I also have the glorious Christmas sprinkle mix that I sort of just made up earlier today, just from a variety of different sprinkles that I found at my local cake store. So I've got some Sucre sprinkles, Robert's sprinkles, and sprinkles. I'll leave in a link in the description box below to the sprinkle mix that I have chosen. And I've just combined all three and then made my own little colourful mix there. I also have, again, just to top it off, now this is not a necessity at all, but to top it off, I've got some gold Lustre dust and a little paintbrush that I'm going to sprinkle on at the very end, just to really amp up that Christmassy vibe. So let's get into the recipe. Okay, so the recipe, guys, all we need to do first is add in our array of biscuits into our bowl and basically bash them until they're sort of crumbly, but not crumbs, you know, like quarter of a biscuit. You obviously can do this by just whizzing them in a food processor really quickly, or just breaking them up really quickly, but I have resorted to the rolling pin and the bashing method. So I'm going to bash these first. All right, that will do. So basically, about a quarter of a biscuit is left. Some I've done a bit smaller. Ultimately, I want the chunks in there rather than just crumbage, because it just looks a lot nicer when you have a nice flat cut of it. So we're going to leave these to the side. Then we are going to pay attention to our white chocolate. We want our 270 grams of white chocolate completely melted. So I'm going to pop that in the microwave now. Alrighty, so now that our white chocolate is lovely and melted, we are going to then melt our delicious 150 grams of Biscoff Spread. This again only needs about 30 seconds in the microwave. You just want it until it's runny. Alrighty, so now that everything is basically melted, we have our white chocolate, our Biscoff spread, and our melted butter. We're gonna add all of that in together and give it a good old stir. So we're gonna add our Biscoff spread into our white chocolate mixture. Make sure we don't leave any little crumbs of this good stuff. Then we'll add in our melted butter. Give that a really good stir. Now this will seize up pretty quickly, so you do want to sort of act fast. But once that's all stirred in, we can then add it to our lovely crunchy Biscoff biscuits and all of our other biscuits in there. So our Gingernuts, our milk arrowroots, and then to that lovely mixture we're going to add our 100 grams of our white marshmallows, and along with a good old handful of our sprinkle mix. This is obviously up to you. It's up to you if you want to even put sprinkles inside. I've opted to put them inside and on the top. Cool. And then give that a good old stir, making sure that all of the biscuits are covered in the delicious white chocolate and biscuit mixture. And then once that's all fully coated, we're going to grab our baking tray lined with greaseproof paper, pour that all in. Like so. Just make sure I get all of that last bit in there. And then I have beside me a little palette knife that I'm then just going to push the mixture down into all of the corners so it's nice and tightly packed. Alright, so now that that's fully packed in and nicely mixed together, I'm going to pop this into the fridge for about an hour, and then we will come back to it to decorate. Alrighty guys, now it is time to decorate our delicious Christmas Rocky Road. So I have 150 grams of Biscoff spread melted in the microwave that I'm going to pour completely over our delicious Rocky Road. And give that a good old spread over so that that covers most of the top and any uneven surfaces on our Rocky Road as well. You want to get it as close to the edges as possible, just to really cover up most of the goodies underneath. Some of the marshmallows may poke through, but that's absolutely fine because we are going to put some biscuits on top of this as well. So if you can't cover everything, do not worry. All right. Now it is time to decorate. So I have some leftover Biscoff biscuits. I have some Gingernut. I also have some leftover sprinkles of my little Christmassy sprinkle mix and my gold Lustre dust. So let's get decorating. Alrighty, now that that is all decorated and looking pretty and Christmassy, I'm gonna pop this in the fridge. It needs to set for at least 3 hours because you've obviously got a lot of chocolate in there, so 3 hours, and then it is time to serve. Finally ready. So we are going to remove it from the tin. Now, thankfully, you know, you would have listened, and you use baking paper before you pop your beautiful Rocky Road in there. So you literally grab the ends of the baking paper and it comes out really easily, which is exactly what you want. So, oh my god, I'm so ready to tuck into this. This looks so good. It's so Christmassy. I'm hoping you guys can like see it. It's just, oh, some of the sprinkles are falling off, but it's just so much fun. It's so pretty. So we're just gonna cut this up. Up to you how many slices you want to get out of this. You can either get 16 little squares, which is 4 by 4, or you can do a slightly bigger square, which is 12 squares, so 3 by 4. Up to you though. So I'm gonna go for 16 by 16, just because the squares are a little bit smaller. You know, there's so much food at Christmas, you don't need a lot, so, and it's a very sweet Rocky Road. So I'm gonna go 16 by 16. I've got my large sharp knife here, and be very careful because the Gingernut biscuits are a lot harder than the other biscuits within the slice. So just be very mindful of that, of your fingers as well. We don't want any accidents. And what I love about this recipe is that you can literally put in any biscuits, you know, like if you don't like something, change it, you know, it doesn't have to, yeah, it doesn't have to be Gingernut, it doesn't have to be Biscoff if you don't like Biscoff. Do not worry. All right, let's cut us a little piece to try, and then I will continue cutting this for the rest of the slices. Let's get up a lovely little piece here. Oh my goodness. Guys, look at this. This looks so good. You've got all of the Christmassy sprinkles on the top. You've got the glitter Lustre dust on the top. You've got a lovely layer of your Biscoff spread on top of your actual Rocky Road as well. I think it would be rude not to try it. Oh my god. Guys, I don't care if you don't like Biscoff. You have to try this. This is so good. I actually think better than the original Biscoff normal Rocky Road. I really hope you guys like these videos. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe, and I shall see you next week. Bye guys.